There was once a powerful monster that lived in the darkness.
His name was Grendel. He had made a habit of feasting upon the king's best followers during the dead of the night.
In King Hrothgar's castle, Hrothgar's unsuspecting men lay relaxing in the night.
They were completely unaware of the impending danger soon to come. Grendel was on his way.
The malicious Grendel approached one of the sleeping soldiers. Then he viciously murdered him.
And so the story of Grendel's continuous slaughter spread across the land.
It was through one particular scop that a heroic Geat named Beowulf heard of the murderous beast.
It was here that Beowulf's epic journey began, and he journeyed to Hrothgar's castle.
Oh, who will save us?
I will!
Who are you?
They call me Wolf. Beowulf.
Never heard of ya.
I have risen from the darkness of war, dripping with my enemy's blood. I drove 5 great giants into chains, chased all of that race from the earth. I swam in the blackness of night, hunting monsters out of the ocean and killing them one by one. Death was my errand, and the fate they had earned. Now, Grendel and I are called, and I've come to destroy him.
That night, a party was thrown in the hero's arrival. Afterwards, Beowulf sat and conspired a way to destroy Grendel. Sir, I have an idea. What if you pretended to be asleep, and when Grendel comes, you ambush him?
No, that's a stupid idea. But what if I pretended to be asleep, and then whenever Grendel came, I ambushed him?
Brilliant idea, sir.
That very night, Beowulf and his men took the place of Hrothgar's followers, and lied down to sleep in Heorot.
Beowulf, however, was wakeful, eager to meet his enemy.
And Grendel came. He traveled from his home in the misty hills and bogs to feast once again on Hrothgar's men.
Now is the time to feast upon the flesh of man. And so, Grendel made his way into the castle and feasted his eyes upon the sleeping followers of Hrothgar.
His heart leapt at the thought of tearing each of their lives from their physical bodies.
And so, he made his way to the first of the men.
And killed him. But then he turned his sights on Beowulf.
When Grendel approached, Beowulf turned and, leaning on one arm, bent Grendel's claws back. A vigorous fight ensued.
Beowulf's bare hands against Grendel's claws and murderous weapon. Fear consumed the surprised Grendel.
The wonderfully built walls withstood the blows of the two fighters as they slammed against them again and again.
Finally, Beowulf had had enough, and with a mighty yank he dislodged Grendel's arm, his claw, his shoulder, and all.
Blop. And so, the mortally wounded Grendel limped back to his home in the marsh, only to die a slow and miserable death.
Beowulf kept the beast's arm as a token of his victory, but there was another being who was not so pleased with the death of Grendel.
And this was Grendel's mother.
No, you killed my baby boy! In a fit of rage, she killed Hrothgar's closest friend and took back her son's arm. Beowulf was forced to start another life-threatening journey.
But, to reach her lair, Beowulf had to leap into a cursed lake that no man or beast dared to step within.
Without even stopping to think, the heroic Beowulf leapt into the dangerous waters.
He continued to sink under the water's surface, able to hold his breath for hours.
But soon enough the water witch, Grendel's mother, found him.
And she carried him off to a battle hall, protected from the water. It was here that Beowulf's next step in his journey was taken.
You ready to die, Beowulf? Go against me right now. Let's go.
Bring it on!
How do you think I am? You can't kill me with that thing.
Try as he might, Beowulf's powerful sword could not penetrate the water witch's sinful flesh.
It was then that Beowulf turned and saw a heavy sword hanging on the wall, its blade forged by the magic of giant.
It was said to be so heavy that no ordinary man could lift it, but Beowulf dislodged it and picked it up with ease. And with it, he struck down Grendel's mother, cleanly slicing off her disgusting head.
Shoot, how'd you do that?
This story is almost over! Then Beowulf walked over to Grendel's dead body and removed his head as well, and bent over to retrieve Grendel's arm.
And so Beowulf went home triumphant, bearing Grendel's arm once again, and now the water witch's head as his prizes. All credit for the anime Inuyasha goes to Rumiko Takahashi and Viz Media. We claim nothing from that anime, and we have no intention of using this to gain any profit. Nor do we own the story of Beowulf.